Alright, next up is Night Catches Us, and this is a very interesting, soul-driven film that really gets to the point without any needless speeches that some of these films require. The film stars Anthony Mackie, who's really been on a roll and blew me away last year in The Hurt Locker, and has been great in such other films as Half Nelson, starring Ryan Gosling, which you should all check out. Here he plays Marcus. He returns home to Philadelphia after many years of being absent, and this all takes place in 1976, and it's all in the, I guess you could say, the backdrop is Jimmy Carter's reign of presidency here, which, despite being one term and being laughed at often and parodied, like on The Simpsons, it was definitely a storied time period. Not as storied as it's the first realm of post-Vietnam, I guess you could say, really. That really took the shape. But anyway, no, he returns home, and Marcus returns to his old neighborhood. And before Marcus left, one of his comrades, Neil, was killed in a shootout with police. Now, Marcus, of course, this revolves around the group known as the Black Panthers, a very infamous group around the time of the Vietnam War that were against the war, obviously, and were looked at as a gang by, of course, many people, but at the same time, maybe we're just a group fighting for what's right. That debate can go on forever. Personally, I think there were some good things about this group in terms of what they believed in. Now, of course, now here's the thing: that some of his old comrades, however, do not really trust him and think that he is kind of behind a lot of the bad things that have happened. Now, what I like about this film too is that it draws a lot of different characters in a light that just is natural and normal. Like his former wife, played by Kerry Washington, another underrated actress, lives in the house where the shooting took place, and though she has a whole new career and a whole new life, she can't escape her past. And also like the police detective played by Wendell Pierce, and who also has scores to sell. This film is basically coming down to the past, coming back to haunt you, and it really, I guess you could say, makes a tie-in with the civil rights movement without being overly pretentious about it, which so many films do, trying to send an extra message that just isn't needed. Probably a film that would be directed by Oprah. But anyway, the fact of the matter is that this film is to the point. It's to the point of racial politics, and it helps you understand it a little more. That is what a film like that needs to do. It can't be overdone, and so many of them are. Night Catches Us really captures the whole essence of it in a time period where most of that stuff had passed by anyway, at least in terms of its general peak of being covered in the media or whatnot. Now, it's really politically sophisticated, and there's a lot of great ethics here that sets the tone of a serious manner, and there are just no obvious points that need to be, drawn out for us to insult our intelligence. It touches deep nerves of anger, and it is impelled by its desire. I give Night Catches Us 4 stars out of 5.